Bright Duty. Every student matters.
Hello students. Today we will be taking up another interesting chapter from your science textbook. But before we start the chapter, I would like to ask you, have you ever wondered the clothes that you wear, the fiber which is used, the fabric which is used in the clothes, have you ever wondered how is it made? Well, we know that sometimes we obtain the fabric from the animals, sometimes from the plants. But do you know what is the process which is involved in making that kind of fabric? What kind of clothes we wear in winters? We wear woolen clothes, right? But do you know what is the process of making those woolen clothes? Well, that is what we are going to read in this chapter. Fibers such as cotton, jute and flax are obtained from the plants. We all must have seen cotton plants somewhere or the other place, right? Wool and silk are obtained from the animals. We all know this thing. The wool is obtained from the fleece. What is fleece? It is the hair on the skin of the animals such as yak and sheep. The silk fibers are obtained from cocoons of the silk moth. Have you ever thought of how these fibers which we yield from sheep's body is converted into woolen yarn? Or similarly, how silk fibers are obtained from the silk moth cocoons and how these fibers are converted into silk yarn for making silk fibers? Well, there is a process involved in both these things in obtaining the silk fibers and making the silk fibers and woolen yarn. Right? So we will read about those processes in this chapter. The name of the chapter that we will be studying now is Fibre to Fabric, which is chapter number 3. In this chapter, we will be covering following topics. We will read about animal fibers, which is wool and silk. We will read about rearing and breeding of sheep, processing of fleece into woolen fabrics, wool manufacturing, and we will also learn about sericulture and processing of silk fiber from silk cocoon. By the end of this chapter, you will gain a lot of knowledge about the occupational hazard in the wool industry. You will gain the knowledge about wool and silk industry, and you will also understand the fact why it hurts when someone pulls your hair while it does not hurt when you get a haircut, right? So with this, let us start the chapter now.